Why, hello there. Let's figure this out. Let's check that out first. That's good. That looks all right. Looks all right. Oop. My internet immediately decided that, you know what? Frames are not a thing I support. Figures. There we go. Hopefully it behaves itself. Okay, so we have stuff to figure out today. Let's get the docs open here. Shut-ta. It wasn't that. It was that. But we need to go to the repository and look at example. And it was infinite table. Here we go. All right. Make a little space for this over here. So we've got the package imported. We've got that set in here. We're going to need to have the controller here. Store the sizes. These are going to be nullable, though. And then down here, when we load our map data, we're going to save it. Just to be sure, let's null them. At the very start when we load a new map. And then, actually, let's do that down here in our initialize. Because we need to pad it. I want these to be up here, though. And then down here, we need these actually to be something like new size X, new size Y. That way we don't step on our own toes here. Oops. And then oops, we store that after we pad Yes, that's a much better answer. Okay. So, back to our pane here. We can get rid of that. And instead we're going to see it's a table view builder. Go ahead and import that. And you need your column builder and row builder. Okay, perfect. Probably going to need a cell build. Yeah, okay, we need a cell builder too. Okay. So let's just chuck these down here. What is table view cell? We'll wire that up. That not, hang on. Oh, it's because I haven't. I haven't got those. Now you're correct. There we go. And then we need a column builder and a row builder. They've done build span in both. I don't know. If we can get away with just, I don't think we can. I think we need a row builder and column builder. And if it turns out that we can combine them, then we will. But for now, we're going to rough it in like this. So we need a column builder. Column builder. And then we need a row builder. Why are you all not happy? Table span function. Signed table span builder. Is it because you both need... Should be. Yep, there we go. And in this case, they don't use the index in their example. It might be okay, though. And then we have a column count and a row count. Let's actually do that here. This is going to be our map controller. Map. No, map controller dot size. Columns are going to be X. No. Yes, because it's backwards. That's the size. Row count. Y. I think. Pretty sure. Okay, and then they have a diagonal drag behavior. We're going to leave that off for just a second here. Let that build really quick. It's going to have errors, but that's fine. Okay, so doesn't allow no. Okay, perfect. Now let's take a look here at their cell builder. It returns table view cell. Inside we can put anything we want. So like a text widget. We'll start there. Because we have access to the vicinity. And then this just returns a table span with an extent. And maybe I should look at the simple really quick too, because they did a couple more things with data there. Pull this over here while we look at it. So overflow bar, table selection. Wait, where is... Yeah, here's my builder. Scroll right past it. Okay, so selection area. Build cell, they've hard-coded that. Build column span, okay. And then build row span. So they're just doing the colorization stuff on the index. And they're returning an extent here as well. What are you? What is the significance of you? I have questions. Defines the extent of the span. If it represents a row, this is the height of the row. Okay. Represents a column. Oh, okay. So if we were to say... And they've got two things over here. We only have access to the index. They've got a fixed table span extent and a fractional table span extent. I think... Let's just start here. And I don't even know what the size of that will look like. But it'll be a place where we can begin. How do we like them? Apples. What does it look like? Give me some feedbacks. Okay, here we go. Map editor. Okay. So, too small. That's my feedbacks, which is fine. There's also a ton of these guys. Okay. How about that? That's odd. Why would that be broken? Is this a hot load issue? It is. This looks closer to what I expect from a size, I think. That's okay for now. That gives us a place to start. And we can kind of tweak these as we go. But just kind of like eyeballing. Boy, it sure didn't like being resized, did it? This widget may be a little jank. Okay. Well, hang on. We'll start doing something other than a placeholder here. So we have a vicinity here. So what we could do, and I want to look at their cell. You're stateful, everything else, yeah, okay. So if I'm not mistaken, column count, row count. I don't think we need to do anything else with those. I think if I understand what's going on here, we should be able to say in here, that this is it not? All right, you could be null. Makes sense. This can't be null though. Getter X. What was the vicinity.column and vicinity.row? That might not be correct. Let's do this as a test first. We could do kind of like they have in here. Like that. So that's flipped. Right, of course it is. That makes sense. Because this is the 0 column, the 1 column, the 2 column. A weird way to address it, but okay. So I'll do that, and then instead of this, we'll say we'll actually do a conditional here, and we'll say if map tile is not map data, room data, and this will have we might need to do this, I think. Hopefully we can do this. To string. Unnecessary cast. Okay. So it's smart enough to know that we just figured out its type. But I thought, okay, so we've got instance of room data. That's not correct. I thought I did room model. Oh, I didn't do a toString for you. Oh, I put it on the location. There we go. Okay. Let's redo that really quick. Oop, that didn't work out very well, did it? And it's probably because here I need to say if this is not null, do that. Otherwise, return null. Why is that not? Can't be assigned to a parameter type widget. Why not? Do I need to? No, I don't need to do that. How about I wrap you in a container then? That's a widget. What? Why is that not allowed? Did I miss? Oh, that doesn't go there for one. No, it does go there. It's just wrapped weird. It's acting like... Expected to find a semicolon. Oh, because it's misinterpreting that. I thought that was the nullable. Syntax. Am I stupid? It's possible. What if I just return? See, that's happy. Okay, whatever then. Be that way. That is pretty much unnecessary, but can I get away with... Okay, I can. Okay, so things are all kinds of wrong. Question is, why? Horizontal connection tile, which it won't be. Oh, it's wrong in part because we haven't put these in yet, but that's fine. We can do this guy here. Just as a placeholder. If you're vertical, nope. Table view cell. Vertical. Not horizontal. Diagonal is what I want. Okay. So we got verticals in the right place already. That's pretty nifty. This is not nearly enough, and it's not correct. But it's a start. Okay, let's take a look here. Why do we have vertical? Y'all should be just null. Oh no, we did add the tiles in. We didn't put the data in them yet. That's what we did. Okay. So. Either this is totally boned. Possible. Or I've messed up the table thing. I'm more inclined to believe I've messed up the table thing. So location to string. I really wish there were more docs on this. This is actually only 4x4 too. We need to do a debug. Let's close that so we can. We need to come back into here and just gonna debug, and I think I should be able to pause. Or not pause, but eval out here in theory. Why didn't you load anything that time? That didn't get buggered up. Okay, good. Evaluate expression. Can I evaluate from within this? Is that a thing I'm allowed? Sure. No, I can't. If I resize things, get. Oh, you know what I think I forgot to do? No, I set state after I loaded. Huh. Okay, well, we'll have to trace that down a little bit, but here we go. Widget. I have a location. Here we go. Map controller. Map. Ooh, my map is malformed. Okay. No, it's not. Never mind. 18. What is Mongoose? I am Mongoose. What engine are we making? Game engine? Yes. Mongoose engine. My engine. Let's see here. Because you have the list. Is it 18? Did I make it 19? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So we have the map in here correctly. That's appears to be okay. So it has to be an issue in the builder stuff, which is not surprising. It's exactly what I thought, but let's do that outside of debug mode here real quick. Okay, we need to solve that problem too, but OpenGL much? I'm letting Flutter worry about that. Okay, so we need to figure out what this vicinity stuff. Vicinity column, vicinity row. $2D engine? No, mud engine. Build cell. When they did the this example, so they did the column and the row in their build cell, but in their span here, they're switching on the index. Entered column, index. But this doesn't have anything to do with the cells. I can do a callback, but that's not going to help me to tie my data to it. And it's possible that this package is just not going to get what we want done. We might have to build something completely manually, but let's investigate it a little bit more first and see if we can figure out theoretically wonder if this gets run out of order in some way, shape, or form. But it gets run pretty reliably. I can close. Like 4 is always at the top in the output here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Confused as to why you stop at 4. And our size is updated correctly. Issues and custom pointers for rows and columns, pin rows and columns, merge table cells. Go look at the not the right link. It is. Why? Where's your... It's the same thing as on the website. Okay, so there's no other docs for this. Okay. Disappointing. I guess I could. Could reevaluate this. Could be a thing. But they did. Let me. Table playground. New window. Run this thing again really quick. Theirs built in order. Why wouldn't ours? Table view. Infinite. And that is just, I think, driven off of table view. Yeah, column and row. So, what's going on there? Column, row, column, row, column, row. And their span is a fixed table span. They did 100. Which is fine. We might actually bump ours up there if we can get the rest of the things working correctly. What, why? Oh, right, because... Yeah, that's for sure not good. Not right. Let's also... Let's print both of those. Okay, so something's not getting... Something's wrong. Something's very, very wrong. But this is correct. It's walking down just like we thought it would. Okay. Either... Let's do that really quick. We need to reload so it actually gets rerun. Now? There we go. So you're all over the place, which is fine. You don't need to be loaded in any particular order. So that's getting correctly set. Let's this is duh. And then we'll do a good old double loop again. And then we will print like so. And then a blank space. I think I can actually just do that, yeah. No? You don't reload, okay. Make sure I took the other print. I didn't. Let's do that. Right. You can't be, though. Location isn't nullable. Oh, right, because... Okay. I'm 99% sure that this is correct anyway, because we debugged it and looked at that. It's... Our problem has to be over here. And our... We know our column and row in the vicinity is okay. What am I missing here in this widget? I don't see any of those guys, which is good. We tell you to load map. Oh. We didn't await you. Could it be that silly? Rebuild here, just to be sure. No. More or less the same. Okay. Should still do that, but yeah. What is it that I'm overlooking? Zero, zero. Obviously, you found a tile, but you gave me this. I guess we can come in here, I suppose. In debug mode. Okay, we're at 0, 0, as we expect to be. Move you real quick. And then map tile is a room data. You're 4, 0. Why would you be 4, 0? We need to look at... Map controller, map, 0, 0 is 4, 0. Oh. Vertical connection with nothing in it. Makes sense. Okay, so this is all scuffed. Why the hell is that? You do our diagonals, horizontals, verticals. We go through. Do on the X and the Y. Is my math messed up here? Let's do. Stop this. Like that. Run you. Let's comment this out really quick. $18.2, that makes sense. 0, 0 at 0, 0. So what's happening? 2, 4 before 8. Everything should be doubled because we expand it. That should be correct. Commented all that out so we don't muck with that anymore. I'm deeply, deeply confused. Oop. Just grab that instead of the window that went to background I was trying to move. There we go. Uh-oh. Everything is funky over there. I need to stop this because it was broken when I moved it. Okay, let's try that again. App editor. Okay. Hit my breakpoint. Okay. So. App tile is at 40 for some reason. Our vicinity is 0, 0. X index, Y index. Yeah, why didn't you at least stick with that? Goofy. This map controller. It's 10 by 10. Oh. Oh. We make you that. We don't make you... The list is the right size. Our X and Y is not. That shouldn't break this, though. And 0, 0 should still be 0. This would be off. Why would that... Where did we end up losing? Like, this is not the right size anymore. So maybe this is a result of some kind of undefined behavior or something where I would expect the first ones to still be fine, though. Like, what happens if you didn't pre-allocate and then you tried to shove something in at a higher index than the size had? Like, obviously it grows and accepts it. Things just get real weird, maybe. Okay, well, we have a thing a clue to pursue. So let's do that. Let's fix this. So we read you from the file, we pad you out, and then here we need to say no, we did it in here. So we did have the right size list. What in the world is going on? We should still do this up here because it's going to affect this. Type today. And then this can just be that. And let me think here. Besides X, yeah, I think that's correct. Ah. You could stop. Not an inclusive range, 0 through 9, but you shouldn't be. So I set you to that. What in the world? Is it, did I mess something up when I did? Okay. Let's not populate these guys. Let's take that back out. Maybe I screwed up something when I did that. Oop, nope. Don't think so. Let's make sure that's completely reloaded. Yeah, what? Why is X size Y? There's our map. Actually, hang on one sec. Nope, okay. Is the field incorrect? Okay, yeah, stop that. Ten and 10. Okay. That's not right. Size X and size Y are no. New size came in, we rounded you. We add that. Int is the length. Then the thing to fill with. Why would you be 10 and 10? That makes no sense. Oh, because I'm dumb. This is size X, not new. And these can't be null. We just set them. Okay. Stupidity corrected? Yes, stupidity corrected. Okay. And yet... things are still wonky. Longer? Still wonky. Let's put this back in really quick while we're here. Oh my gosh. Yes, you need to be imported. Yes, you need to be imported. Yes, you need to be imported. Okay, so we've got our verticals back in. Got no horizontals, apparently. Now I just got to figure out what in the world is going on here. This got shuffled. There we go. Is it somehow possible that Dart arrays get jumbled around? Seems unlikely. That seems absurd. Zero, zero, however, is 4-0 now. What the crap? That makes 0 sense. And you're 4-0 too. What in the hell? I wonder if this is something to do with are these somehow pointers and the pointers getting moved? I bet you that's it. Which would be deeply, deeply frustrating. But app data, rooms. Rooms. So list of room data could be null. I'm betting you that's what's happening here. But I don't want to pass a reference. Want to dereference, or, you know, whatever. The dirt equivalent is. I just want to, okay. This is annoying. Very, very annoying. I can either do a clone for you, or as a dirty, hacky trick to test my theory here. You not have not tile data. It's a room data, not a tile data. I renamed it. UUID. Location. Description. Alright, is there anything else I got in here? UUID, coordinates, description, verbose. Oh, connections. Shit. We'll leave that for a hot second. And then say that. How do we like them apples? What does that give me in the sense of things that actually function? Anything? Anything at all? Map editor. No. Really? That makes roughly 0 sense to me. Okay, so it's not that. Which is surprising. Well, if not, then what? What the hell? Let's go up here to there. So it should be just after you've loaded. Like here. Perfect. Oh, I can't get to... because I'm in the async. Damn it. Okay. Zero, zero. That is so freaking weird. Okay, so let's go back to breaking here. And we'll come back to here. Okay. My map data is that. That's correct. Oh, you know what? Oh no, we await there. That's why it's async here. And we await you to be done. So it should be okay. Our map, 1919. We have put our connection tiles in. Oh. Okay. Could this be related? So we come in here, we get our room data. You should be in 0, 0. You're not, though. Okay. Oh, actually, you wouldn't necessarily be 0, 0. That's right. You're 5'1". So 5'1" would be this guy, and then oh, that wouldn't be 5'1" though. It'd be 10'2" would be the room data now. You're at 5'1". That's correct because of the offset, right? So you're 2'6", so this should be 4'12". 4'12". It's horizontal right now. We need to fix that, but yeah, there we go. That goes in place there. Okay, so yeah, these are going in the right places. But where is things falling apart? I guess, what was that, 10, 12? Yeah. We can watch this, I suppose. What? There it is. That's wrong button. Helps if I click the right one. Okay. So. Can I not see you? Killer J's watches are a little different. Where? Is it because you're a room data? Okay, whatever. You're still there. You're still there. This is going to take way too long. Boop, forward. YOLO it. So then we're in here. You're still 4-0. And if we go look for 10, 12, it's become 6, 6. And it has 8 connections when 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yeah, 8 is a correct number of connections for something that would be in the middle. Where do you become garbage, though? Is it somehow related to the async? It shouldn't be. It makes no sense. We can do without it. By using that instead of the await. We don't have an issue reading from you. We can get rid of that. Do I need this to be async anymore? Probably not. I don't think it'll matter, but, you know, YOLO. Oh, my breakpoint went away for some reason. Must have clicked it by accident. Okay, we're back in here. 40 is still our friend. Map controller. Map. 1012 is still a 6.6. Let's just reload that just to be sure. It's weird that it consistently screws up in the same way, though. Uh, 1012, right? Is still 6.6. So why? I don't understand. Create a controller. We load a file. I guess now this isn't async. Maybe it's worth a look. Okay. Now we're there. You're 40. If I put something in here, just that, I can then break on that. So it's not empty. This map. Okay, so it's happened here. How? It happens in here somewhere. Is there a malformed location in here somewhere? Let's do a conditional breakpoint on got an equal there. And then let's run that. Okay. Our 00 is 20 right now. Oh, it's not 44. But we know that 2 ends up getting overwritten too. This has to be something in to do with this. I must be doing math here wrong somehow. Okay. 0, 0 was 9, 0 at some point. Okay. But tile data is 2, 0. So this should go into 4, 0. That would be 4. That would be 0. But as soon as we boop, 0, 0 has been written. Why would that be the case? Let's walk it back, I suppose, to when it was 9, 0 somehow. Okay. Okay, so it was 3, 0 before that. What's in 18, 0 out of curiosity? Three zeros there. Okay, so I might be onto something still with this idea that a reference is getting overwritten. If it's somehow ending up in there in 2 places, right? So it's supposed to go into 18, 0. And it does. But then this, okay, so we have to go deeper. So it was 3, 0 before that. Really confused still, though. Okay, so it became 1, 0 before that, which is still wrong. That should be 2, 0, which it is. I wonder... if it's related to having that bad data in there somehow. With the connections. Okay, you were 0, 0 up until this point. And then 2, 0 is also 0, 0. How in the world? It's got to be it's got to be bad data. Right? No, it's 8, 0 before that. It's all over the place. Okay. But we tried taking this out temporarily. And we had the same thing happen, right? Or am I losing my mind? I feel like I'm losing my mind for sure. Or is this guy? No, you're still a 4, 0. Okay, so it's something else. I wonder. Let's put that back in just for funsies. Oh yeah, forgot about that. That's annoying. Is this filling this all with the same? You can't be null at this point. Oops. Did it again. Map at I. You can't be null. Equals. Like so. And you also can't be null. What if I do that? What happens? Oh. Right. That is actually null. Silly me. So this would be size X, which can't be null at this point. And then, okay, let's do... How do I... How do I define or declare this? I would do... Oh, no, this is the wrong... I don't think this works. On this, in this way. Try it, though. Yeah, I can't do that. I would need to do this. Can I just declare an empty list? I could. I would like to explicitly declare you, though. I would need to do this, though? No. How do I need dirt dock here. That's the filled. We already know that gets me in trouble. I don't want generate. Okay. For the sake of proving I'm not insane, let's do this. Can't be null here. And then you... like that. What? Not value. Oh, right. Okay. Let's roll this back. This would need to still be size X, which can't be null. Size Y, which can't be null here. Okay. Can I just say that? No. Because that doesn't create this list. You say that you're unnecessary. I'm not sure. Okay, stop it. Just stop it. Okay, that gets us back to the same behavior with the new. It makes sense, right? let's do that. Is it that? Okay. Fine then. We'll leave you here for just a second. I'll get wrapped around the axle with what the explicitly defining the type here in a second. Let's do it this way instead. Let's try this. We'll still do this. You're not null. We defined you. We add we just have a list. And then we do J, that, and we say map at I add a null. What do we think about that? Let's restart you to make sure we reload. So Phil really screwed me there. Also, oh no, horizontals are in here. Yeah. These are not diagonals, though. We do need to fix that as well. Okay. So I need to figure out how to correctly do this. We already try that. Oh. Well, it's still not right. Are you creating your own game engine? Yes. How would I specify this in this format? There's also a list generate. I don't know if that's old or not, but and this is not valid. List literal can't be prefixed by list. here we go. Oh, okay, I can do this. I can just do map is new list, unless this is old. Okay, I can't do that. I should be able to do it though if I do. Right? No. Okay, that's still totally wrong. What's the correct syntax for this? Is it this? There we go. Okay. So the list literal, but not outside. Okay. I really don't like it, how that's different. It's very confusing. Okay. And then here, it's actually that. Perfect. Okay. Let's reload this just to be sure. And it's totally not lost to me that testing probably would have caught this. But like I said, building a map to test with manually is very difficult. So, okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1. All the way down to 9. All the way over to 9. Okay. And if I pull up our screenshot, make you big. I really hope that these graphical glitches going on are just a debug thing. Oh, they're okay. They're wide enough. So we need to make it a little wider. But the tiles are also a little on the small side. They're like, you know, yay-ish big. That's okay. This is great forward progress. We can improve the readability of the figure out ability here a little bit really quickly by chucking all of these guys into a center. Like so. And that'll help a lot with the readability. Okay, so we need to fix this up to where they're not putting in, they're not overwriting one another. We have no diagonals unless I screwed up. I did screw this up. Okay. Horizontal, diagonal, vertical. So diagonals are now in the correct spots. Okay, we're cruising. We're cruising. We don't need this, this, or this. That's all fine now. Okay. So. Let's roll. Oop, nope. That was too far. We're going to make this back to async so that we wait for this whole thing. Actually, no, I am going to leave that as it is. That's going to be fine. Because we really want it to finish loading the whole file and then building everything. And then we can put that in there too. That's fine. Okay. So. We can get rid of that as well. So. Clean this up. Make it right. That's all still a decent thought. This is still accurate. We're getting rid of filled here that broke things in such a bizarre way. This, oops. Or this writes. Actually, we don't know that it does. Check if this still writes too many tiles. I'm pretty sure it does. Fix it if it does. Tell me what keeps tell you what keeps me so motivated. I like to build things. I like to figure stuff out. Like all of that, like that was a really annoying, subtle bug, but now we learned a thing, right? And that's kind of cool. Okay, and then we need to do all of the everything in here to make this a UI that works. I also want to let's kick the size up on this. That's a little bit better, I think. What if we really got we want to do a zoom too. So let's just leave it at 100. And we might have to fake a zoom kind of like we did before with Cogent. With that, but we'll figure that out as we get there. For now, we can leave it as that. I'm reasonably happy. We solved a thing that wasn't even related to this scroller widget. What we're going to do is a commit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all of that's fine for now. Drop in the map pane, fix, using filled causes multiple list elements to share an address and bad things happen. Okay. I want to be a game programmer. I mean, make games. I'm not a game programmer. I'm just a developer. Uh, so I'm learning on the fly a lot of different things. So like, pick a reasonably small thing that you can start working on, and then just start working through all the weird stuff that comes up, make a bunch of silly mistakes, and fix them. Okay, so that's going to be me for tonight. I'm going to call it a day. You have all of that. You decide to learn Unity. Is that okay? I'm sure. Yeah, probably. You're not making, Call of Battlefield 27. You're making something simple, right? For the sake of your sanity and getting it done. So that should be fine. I'm pretty sure. But anywho, I'm going to call that a night for me. If you like this kind of thing, I stream 4 hours a week for 2-ish hours a night, starting on Friday, ending on Monday. So if you like this kind of thing, come back tomorrow. I'll do some more of it. I'd love to see you again. Thank you for those of you who did show up. And if I don't see you, then I'll catch you some other time.